Ready? Okay, welcome to the Historic Landmark Commission. May we have the roll call, please?
Chairman LaBeach is absent. Commissioner Avery. Commissioner Bell. Commissioner Berube is absent. Commissioner Crawford is absent. Commissioner Goodness.
Here.
Commissioner Javed. Commissioner Macon.
Here.
Commissioner Provo. Commissioner Segee is absent. Commissioner Templeton.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, due to weather and everything, we're going to move along. Do we have, everyone had an opportunity to read over the minutes? Any questions or suggestions? Do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for the meeting for April 10th as written.
We have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, we're going to start out with PZ 2023-101.
Pat Jones is requesting permission to keep a side entry porch on the structure located at 2286 Rusk. In November 2022, a certificate of appropriateness was issued to level the structure, and once leveled, the existing steps to the side entry were not safe or usable to enter the structure. This is the subject property, and this is the existing, or the previous existing steps. The structure is listed in the spare 1989 and 90 survey, stating it was built circa 1930, and its significance is listed as an example of middle-class housing built in the 30s. The structure is categorized as a colonial revival with the front asymmetrical facade. The economic depression of the 30s and post-war fashions led to the simplification of the typical colonial revival designs, leaving out the grandeur details. Examples can be seen in a field guide to American houses, pages 321 through 330. Staff recommends approval of the request with the following conditions. 1, all applicable building permits and inspections be obtained through the Building Codes Department, and the porch shall be painted to match the house. And then lastly, this is the currently installed porch. And Mr. Jones is in the audience.
Okay, thank you. Any questions of staff? Thank you. Mr. Jones? Yes, sir. If you'll come forward and give us your name and address, please. Okay, is there anything in addition you would like to add on to this?
No, thank you.
Okay. And do you agree with the two conditions that the staff listed?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
It was permits and inspections would be obtained, and you'll paint the porch to match the house. Are you good with those?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any questions of Mr. Jones?
No.
I'd like to actually put up, what do you call it? It's just got rails up there. It's just a temporary thing for the rails to prevent the people from walking off the porch. But spindles, like to put spindles on that porch.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Jones, what we can do is once we're approved here, if it's okay with the commission we can review it based on what exists on the front porch. And if it fits and is matching with the home, staff can review over the counter so he doesn't have to return, but that's however the commission sees fit.
Okay. Any questions of Mr. Jones? Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there a recommendation or conversation we need to have regarding this, or a motion?
Approve PC 2023-101 with the and what else?
Mm-hmm.
With the possible.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor say aye. All
Aye.
opposed?
Was there
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
second? I didn't hear this. Sorry. Thank you. Aye.
Okay, let's do that again.
Sorry, I didn't
Okay,
hear.
we have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to file PZ 2023-142.
Jennifer Rocha is requesting permission to keep a newly installed pillars and added gable detail on the structure located at 2598 Hazel. On January 30th, Inspector Randall noticed the alterations completed without a certificate of appropriateness or building permits. A notice of violation was issued, and the applicant came in to submit the request to keep the alterations. The structure is listed in the 1989 and 1990 spare survey, stating the house was built circa 1930, and its significance listed as an example of middle-class housing built in the 30s. The structure is categorized as a colonial revival, and structures with the side gabled roofs typically had prominently displayed entries with pillars and gables. Examples can be found in a field guide to American houses, pages 321 through 339. Staff recommends approval of the request with the following conditions. 1, all applicable building permits and inspections be obtained through the Building Codes Department. 2, the pillars and gable detail be painted to match the house. On your screens, this is what existed prior. There's not much change. After the application was submitted, they went ahead and stained the newly installed pillars and the gable detail. So I'm going to back up. If you'll look in the center of the gable, you can see it was kind of just flat. There used to hang an eagle in the flat portion of the gable, and the new gable has the added detail to it. And then this is just a closer up of the added details. The applicant is not in the office or in the audience. I apologize.
Okay, thank you. Any questions of staff? Okay, is there a discussion or a motion?
I make a motion that we approve PZ 2023-142,
With the two conditions.
2 conditions.
Okay, do we have a second? Okay, we have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to file PZ 2023-147.
Daniel Garcia is requesting permission to resize 4 windows on the structure located at 555 9th Street. On the left side, he will resize one of the 6x6 windows to a 3x6 to be 6x6, to be 6/6 in appearance. This one's going to be hard to follow, so I'm going to go through the PowerPoint as we do it. So this is what existed prior to Mr. Garcia purchasing the property. These are the current front windows, but the one we're talking about right now is not the first window on the side, but the second large window on the side. So it is currently 6x6. He wants to take it out and make it one 3x6 window. As you can see, there's lots of really large windows all side by side. I reorganized this. I don't know why I did.
That's the one that's boarded up that you're talking about?
So not the one that's closest to us, but yeah, this one here.
Oh, okay.
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 On the front, he would like to replace the 2 6x6 windows on each side with 2 3x6 windows on each side to be 6/6 in appearance. So each of these, instead of being one large 6x6 window, would be replaced with 2 3x6 on each side. That would be 6/6 in appearance. If you look in your packets, I believe it's page 3, you'll see an email from Mr. Garcia with a blue house that has the 2 side by side. This is what the look he's going for, to give y'all a better visual. Okay, and then lastly, On the right side of the structure, there's a 4x6 window he would like to replace with a 3x6 to also be 6/6 in appearance. All of the new windows will be white. Gosh, what's happening? Go. And any replaced trim, siding, anything like that will all be replaced to match. It's really hard to see. I didn't want to disturb, but this is the 4x6 window that would be changed. So all of the front windows would be changed to 3x6 essentially.
And this picture, what are we looking at? Is this
I'm sorry, it's really hard to see. It's this window right here. It's a 4x6 window.
And are we in the back?
This is the right side. So this is the
Right
front
side.
right
Oh,
window.
okay,
And this
I'm
is
with
the
you. Okay, thank you.
The structure is not listed in the spare survey. However, it could be classified as a national home with a gabled pyramid roof and nearly square plan. The style was popular in the South during the 1900s through 30s, with other styles like colonial revival, Tudor, and craftsman. However, many remained simple folk homes. Examples can be seen in a field guide to American houses, pages 100 through 101. Staff recommends approval of the request with the following conditions. 1, all applicable building permits and inspections be obtained through the Building Codes Department. Any siding installed be painted to match the existing structure. And we do have the applicant.
Okay, thank you.
I have a
Okay,
question.
any questions of staff?
Yes. Yeah, so just to confirm, if you can go back to like the front picture. So there's the 2 large windows
On the front,
on the front. So one of those large windows will be 2
so on both
3x6s?
sides. Both sides, they would be replaced to be 2 3x6 windows so that they're matching according to that.
So in total, there would be 4 3x6s
yes.
on the front. Okay.
4 on the
That's
front.
what I wanted.
And they're going to look like this
Yes.
on the blue
Yes.
house? Okay. Okay. Any other questions of staff? Okay, and is the applicant in the audience? Mr. Garcia? Yes, sir. If you'll come forward and give us your name and address, please.
Hello, my name is Daniel Garcia, and the address is 555 9th Street.
Okay. Is there any information that you would like to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and do you agree with the 2 conditions, the getting the proper permits and inspections and making sure that the siding installed will match the existing paint
Yes,
on
ma'am.
the structure?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Any questions of Mr. Garcia?
No.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have a motion or discussion?
I make a motion that we approve PZ 2023-147 based on the 2 staff recommendations that all applicable permits and inspections will be attained and that the siding will match.
Okay, we have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to file PZ 2023-148.
Chad Mazel with the Pipkin Park Honor Guard, along with Jefferson County Historical Commission, are requesting support in their applications to place the Temple to the Brave on the National Register of Historic Places and a state historic designation, and placing the subsequent markers at the structure located in Pipkin Park. In 1931, the Colonel George Moffett chapter of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution, or DAR, had the temple constructed with funds raised to celebrate the ending of World War I. In 1932, the temple was dedicated by the DAR. The Temple to the Brave currently serves as a museum open by appointment and only in patriotic holidays. In 1976, the Texas historical marker honoring Jean-Baptiste Chason was placed at the park after the clearing and closing of Giroux Cemetery. In 2003, the DAR recognized the Temple to the Brave as a historical monument. In 2007, the DAR coordinated a campaign where windows and walls were repaired and an HVAC system installed. Later that year, on its 75th anniversary, the DAR rededicated it. The structure is not listed in spare, and staff recommends approval of the request. This is the front, side, interior. I pulled from y'all's website. Super helpful.
That's, yeah.
It's on the Temple to the Brave website. My apologies, guys. And then this is the marker on the, for the Temple to the Brave from DAR.
Okay, thank you. Any questions of staff? Okay, Mr. Mizell, are you in the audience? If you'll come forward, sir, and give us your name and address.
Chad Mazel, 735 Shakespeare Drive, Beaumont, Texas.
Okay, thank you. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I appreciate y'all's having this and opportunity to put it forward for National Heritage. I think this is a treasure, and hopefully by having it on the record, more people will know about it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you, sir.
I would like to say that our historical marker chair with the Historical Commission, Kate Hambright, is here also, and Kate may like to say something else about all the research she's done about Temple to the Brave, but if she doesn't, let me just blow her horn for y'all. She's really done a wonderful job. She's been working with Mr. Mazzell to get a National Register nomination done for this important building. The stained glass alone, the windows in there are priceless. So I think it is very well worthwhile and something I would like to see get done. So if anyone else has something to say, that's great, but I'd like to make the motion that we approve PZ 2023-148.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion to approve and a second. Yes, ma'am?
I second.
I'll second it.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion to approve and a second to a really great cause. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. All right, and we are down to number 5, PZ 2023-155.
Pat Jones is requesting permission to reduce the windows on the east side of the structure from 8 to 4, located within one room, and install a concrete driveway on the left side of the home at 2565 Rusk. The structure is not listed in the spare survey, however, it could be classified as a Tudor home with the steeply pitched gable roof and brick tab detail along the curves of the structure. The style was largely constructed during the 1920s and 30s, and examples can be seen in a field guides to American houses, pages 355 to 363. Staff recommends approval of the request with the following conditions. 1, all applicable permits and inspections be obtained through the Building Codes Department. 2, the new pavement of the drive shall not exceed in front of the structure. Let me get my mouse over there. So the new drive would be here to go under the portiche. We went ahead and included the windows in the request, even though they're technically not exactly visible at the right-of-way, but because of the number of windows that we are reducing, we wanted to make sure to bring it to you for your consideration. The windows are back throughout this portion. And they will be, replaced. If you look in your packets, he has a drawing showing the driveway to the road. You'll see there's existing windows all side by side. He would like to remove at the rear the 6 windows and reduce them to 1 window. It's, I believe, page 4 in your packet. There's a drawing of which windows will be removed. It's not easy to see from street view, but we wanted to include it in the request. And then the following picture is just a better example of the structure.
I have a question. Is it time for questions?
Yes, any questions of staff?
Was there a driveway on each side?
So yes,
Driveways?
this driveway on the right side is actually for a separate property that no longer exists. The driveway that's on this side was similar to the other driveway. It was just concrete pavers. But as you can see, they've been grown up and grown over, so they aren't usable.
So the one that goes to the portico is the one they're gonna use?
Yes, it would just be a full concrete drive instead of pavers.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions of staff? Thank you. Mr. Jones, would you like to come back and give us some information?
I don't have anything to say unless you ask me a question.
Could you come back, please, sir? Thank you. And if we could get your physical address, not the address of the location. Do you live at this address?
No, I don't. I live in Port Arthur.
Can you give us your address, please?
Yes, ma'am, it's 900 North Wind.
Okay, thank you. Do you have anything you'd like to add regarding this property?
No, ma'am, we're just trying to improve the property.
Okay, and you use it to, you're going to resell it or
I'm just
rental?
rent it right now, ma'am.
Okay,
Well, it's vacant, actually.
okay. All right, any questions of Mr. Jones? Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do we have a motion or discussion? Mr. Jones, I should have asked you this before, but do you agree with the two conditions, getting the proper permits and inspections, and the new pavement on the drive shall not exceed the front of the structure? The new pavement of the drive shall not exceed in front of the structure.
Extent.
Yes, sir. So you agree with those two conditions? Okay, thank you. Okay, do we have a motion or discussion?
I make a motion that we approve PZ 2023-155 with the two staff recommendations.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Is there a second? And a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, and Hester, you need to leave?
No, I've got a few more minutes.
Okay. All right, so that concludes the portion of that. Now we have the Historic District Code Enforcement Report.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
For the month of April, we had 10 new historic violations, 1 historic reinspection, 5 new litter violations, 15 litter reinspections, 46 new weed violations, 62 weed reinspections, 37 city cut reinspections, 3 city owner compliance cuts, and 2 new general nuisance cases. Also, 4 new zoning violations and 2 zoning re-inspections, to a total of 187 re-inspections.
You've been busy.
Busy.
Okay. Is there any other business that we need to discuss?
I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
On these flyers, have they been completed?
Yes, we actually have them here. That's what we were gonna show you guys.
Okay, good.
So we have the door hangers. We have about 1,500 printed.
They look great.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. And then we also have like one-page flyers. And I sent you guys a template of that in an email. If you guys need me to resend it, you can always reach out.
Do we need to take these to the Beaumont Board of Realtors?
That would be great if you could. And then as far as the actual door hangers, I know that we can discuss it further. I know that we had discussed that potentially the association was going to help distribute them. But I know Mr. Berube isn't here. I believe he's the leader of the Oaks Neighborhood Association. But we can, discuss it with him further down the road if you'd like.
And you can just call me and let me know if I need to pick them up or whatever.
It'll be a big help. Thank you, what y'all did. That looks great. Okay, if there's no other questions or business, the meeting's adjourned, and thank you very much. Stay dry out there, everybody.